Okay, so I'm currently thinking right now. I'm walking to the gym. I hope that y'all can hear me, because what I'm about to spit is really ante. Oh, but I hope they didn't cut down this walkway of the gym. They've been doing a lot of construction at my school, so some of the parts of the gym is cut off. Yes, bro. Please. So that means I gotta walk like a long way around to the through the football field in order to get to the gym. And are they playing a game right now? Anyway, one who approaches things with a positive attitude. No, one who approaches things with a positive outlook on life notices the beauties of it. So let's not be negative and think of this as a nice prerequisite to the gym. I look good. My melanin is melante. I'm very beautiful ante. So, and the sun is beaming on my back, bro. Beaming on my back. I know that wasn't an excuse to show my butt, but like, he saw it at the same time. Anyway, so I was walking and thinking this morning, earlier today, I should say, I woke up at around 10:45, and low-key I was depressed because I was like, damn. Well, honestly, I always wake up depressed. I really think, I don't want to say I have a mental illness, but I do think a lot of the times I'm very, very sad. And I think maybe it doesn't have much to do with me being depressed, or just mainly like my thought processes on stuff, because I see things differently from a lot of people. Like when I talk to people about like the same event that we both witnessed, I probably seen it more negative than them. And I think that's why I'm depressed a lot of the times, because I look at the negative aspects of things. And I definitely want to change that, but I think the first step of changing that is noticing it and also breaking those habits that leads me to think so negative. But yeah, I woke up at 10:45, and I was so annoyed because at first I thought like, I just slept the whole day away, because it felt like I was asleep till like 3 o'clock. So I was expecting it to be way later than 10. And I kind of was depressed. I was just like, damn, like, I slept the whole day away. I didn't even do no homework. I didn't even clean my room. I'm just not doing nothing. I'm just horrible. But then when I woke up and it was 10, I was actually pleasantly surprised. So I woke up, I made my bed. I was watching a lot of like self-help inspiring videos. One from Lip Gloss, which was she was a very popular creator. She's not dead, but she just goes to the internet. She was a very popular creator back in like the early 2020s. And she spoke a lot of truth. As a dark-skinned woman, she spoke her truth a lot, but people weren't really hip to her being herself. Then I watched a video about Doshi and her struggles with being dark-skinned. And honestly, I think that was a dragonfly. The correlation between those two videos was basically like the art of not giving a fuck. I hate cursing, and I'm sorry if you're my sister and you're watching this, but low-key, this video is not for you. I mean, it can be for you when you're a little older, but definitely don't listen to this with your friends right now, because this is uncensored. But the art of not caring so much, like the art of being cringe, the art of being okay with being embarrassed. And I think that's definitely something that I will practice from now on, because I'm not gonna front, I definitely was a clout chaser. Like, I definitely do care about being cool. I care a lot about what people think about me. And I lose touch of my authentic self a lot of the time. And it's very odd because I'm an Aquarius. And if you look up Aquarius women, although I consider myself to be non-binary, I don't really push it too much unless I'm around queer people or people I feel safe around. But I'm definitely non-binary. But for the sake of time, I'll just say Aquarius women. They say that Aquarius women are very unique. They think outside of the box. And they bring things to the equation that probably wouldn't have been seen from an outside perspective. And sometimes I don't think that's true, but I think maybe that's not true because I'm not really living as who I am at my core. Like, for example, those fur boots that recently was viral, bro, I was wearing those fur boots. My mom gave me those same fur boots in like 2021. I wore those boots in high school. I think I was like maybe my junior year. I went to an alternative school, so we didn't really go by like freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. We didn't really go by that. It was more so like levels, like mountains. Like we had climate, summit, stuff like that. I actually had to remember what the categories were. But yeah, basically we didn't go by like high school names. So I can't remember if I was a junior or if I was a sophomore. I might have been a blend of the two. But my mom gifted me these UGG fuzzy boots. And there was a gray pair that went up to like my mid-knee. And then there was a rainbow pair that went up to my calf. And they were so fuzzy and so luscious. And I thought they were so pretty. I've never seen any boots like that before. And when I got them, I wore them to school. And I got clowned. Like, I got clowned. People were telling me I looked like a monster. They're so ugly. My boots are so loud. Like, why am I wearing this? This and that. Just for fast forward 2024, 2025, those same boots are viral, taken off to the sky. Like, those boots are such a big staple to the point where when I wore those same boots last year, 2024, freshman year, a lot of people was like, bro, like, where'd you get those? Like, Uggs make those big type of fur boots like that. Like, where'd you get them? Da 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 da. I don't know where my mother got those. Obviously from UGG, but I looked it up online and I don't see anyone else selling it. But it was just like the difference. And kind of, I noticed things like that and I'd be like, damn, bro, like, I wish I just stuck to myself and stuck to what I thought was cool, because I kind of allow myself authentic parts of myself to slip, and then once someone's like, actually no, I hate that, I kind of retreat and I'm just like, ooh, I feel so silly for doing that. Or like when I wear very bright colored hair, or I pierce myself up, or I paint my face and I get stares from people, I'm like, oh my god, this is so stupid. Why are people noticing me? I actually hate that they're looking at me right now. And it's like, girl, but you like these things. You know that they cause attention. You know it's going to make you look different and step outside the box. So why are you shocked? Like, don't be shocked. Allow yourself to be these things. Allow yourself to be different. Allow your hair to be bright orange and pink. Allow yourself to be an alien from Planet Her, Doja Cat reference. Allow yourself to do those things. Like, and that's really what I admire a lot. Like, I want to learn to not give a F, bro. Not give a F. Not care too much about people's opinions. Just be weird. Dance in public. Just have fun. Just talk to people. Be free. Not really care that much about what I'm going to say. Just let the conversation flow. And there's this guy that recently we just stopped talking, but he was pretty cool. he is pretty cool. He didn't die. He's pretty cool. And he stressed to me a lot that, like, he loves rejects. He will make friends with anyone that makes him feel good. No matter the aesthetic, no matter the shape, no matter the race, no matter the ability or lack thereof. He's just going to hang out with anyone that makes him feel good. And same for my aunt. Like, my tia Raquel, she told me the same thing. She was like, how she noticed most of my friends are people that are very attractive, and when she asked me about them, I don't really have much to say. And that was kind of a wake-up call to me, and I mirror my life very closely to hers. I think that she's an excellent role model. She's the reason I want to study abroad. She's the reason why I want to build so much community, because this girl got black friends in Norway. Hello? Like, this girl got black friends in France. This girl, people hit her up and be like, hey, Raquel, if you would ever want to come by and, kick it with me for a bit, I got a room free. Come to Atlanta. Like, stuff like that. Like, I want to experience in my own life. I didn't really have such an accepting family of, like, my quirks and how I was growing up. And I want to build my own community to where I can fall back into who I was, or figure out who the hell I am, and save spaces to do so. Because I do envy people that are able to just be themselves and not care at all. But okay, so the reason I wanted to make this video was a little bit about that, but also about how I feel like for a lot of my childhood, I was very entitled. And no, I was extremely entitled. That's it. I was very entitled. And a lot of that had to do with my parents not really telling me what they go through, like what they went through. They weren't really sharing like what we had, like what our circumstances were. I am 20 years old. My mother got pregnant with me when she was 17. She had me when I was 18. My dad had me when he was 21. And stuff wasn't easy, of course. My mom lived with my grandmother for a year. Then she found her own apartment, maybe through Section 8, I'm not too sure. But she found her own apartment and was raising me under her roof. Her and my father, they were never married. They broke up as soon as, like, I was born. And my mom struggled a F-ton. She struggled a F-ton. But I never knew. Like, I never knew. You wouldn't have been able to tell. I always looked fly. I always had the sweetest clothes. I always had the sweetest toys. I was going a lot of places. I was doing a lot of, like, cool things. And to the point where when I was told no, and when I would get upset about things or, like, be really emotional and those things be declined and be like, you're so ungrateful. Like, why are you so angry right now? You're so ungrateful. Like, why are you acting up in school as if I'm a bad parent? Do you not understand that I'm putting a roof over your head? And it's like, yeah, I used to think of that and be like, yeah, well, that's what you're supposed to do anyway. Like, and I was right. That is what you're supposed to do. I don't think kids should be grateful for being alive. I think that, if anything, you should be grateful that I'm alive, because there's so many circumstances where people miscarry and you were able to bring me here. You should be grateful that parents should be grateful that their children are alive. But in that situation, it was stress for me to be grateful if I had any signs of, like, emotions that weren't joy. And I think that isn't fair. I think that sucks, because I feel as if my mom and my father's certain circumstances were actually broken down to me, like, hey, Skyla, I'm not gonna lie, babe, I love you, and I understand that you want this. I understand that you're frustrated. I understand that you feel lonely right now, and you're allowed to feel those ways, but I just want you to know, like, I'm working very hard. Things are not easy right now, but we're gonna figure it out. Things are not easy. We will figure this out, but I'm having a very rough time right now. Like, stuff like that. Outwardly, I think people need to be more transparent with their children and let them know, like, because I grew up thinking I was rich. I grew up thinking we had it crazy. I think transparency is definitely needed with so many things. But my parents are like, no, they don't think children should know about that. You shouldn't know about your parents' struggle, which I don't think I think it's not telling me about your struggle. It's more so humbling me a little bit. Yes, kids should be imaginative. They should be joyous. They shouldn't have to worry about certain things. But also, if we're in a circumstance where I'm not allowed to be as free as you feel like I should be, don't make a simulation of it. Like, let me know certain things. So because I'm going to notice, we're going to notice the things regardless. So you might as well sit us down and tell us parts. You don't have to tell me, oh, if I don't go to work today, the lights are going to get shut off. I'm like, that's intense. I'm scared. But like, things like, hey, I'm looking for a new job. So if you're at your grandma's house a lot, mommy's just looking for a new job. I love you so much. I understand that you're sad, but I still love you. We're going to figure this out. I'm just having a very rough time. Money is hard. Like, stuff like that. Instead of like getting upset with me for being ungrateful, and then I'm getting upset with you because like I don't know. And I think for some reason, and I don't want to just crap on my parents, because my mother went to nursing school and currently she works in, I'm not too sure of the name, but she basically works inside of like the operation room. She's a nurse, and she's like there while the doctors are doing surgery, and she's like passing them tools and stuff like that. Before that, she was an ER nurse, but she went to nursing school, and that was very hard for her. That was very, very hard. I remember the time she was crying, like just in her bed crying. And I was little, and I was making her like grilled cheese sandwiches and hugging her and telling her it would be okay and that she's doing her best. And I couldn't have been older than like 11. Like, so there were things that, even though not outright told, that I did know about my mom's struggle and stuff like that. Yeah. Whew. Yeah. I think that's why transparency is a little odd for me, and especially communication. Like, I notice a lot of people crave communication from me, outright communication, even if it hurts people's feelings. They'd rather me just hurt their feelings, not like degrade them, but say the truth even if it hurts. But to me, I kind of bottle it up because I don't know what to say. Like, I didn't grow up being praised for being angry, for feeling emotions that were complicated. My joy was gratified. I was allowed to be a happy girl, but I wasn't really walked through being a sad girl. And that's why I'm trying to teach myself how to set boundaries, how to be angry, how to be upset, things to do when I'm upset, because when I'm upset, that doesn't give me the right to scream at people. It doesn't give me the right to hurt myself or punish myself. And loving myself through this change, because the same guy I used to talk to, he told me that he's been through a lot, and a lot of the stuff he's been through we didn't really talk about, but he told me that he wouldn't allow his childhood and his trauma to block him from the light that he's creating for himself. And he's been through more than me. I noticed that with a lot of people be happy as hell, and then we be talking about their background, and they've been through more than me. So what the hell am I so depressed for? Yeah. So just loving yourself through change, bro. Loving myself through change. Allowing myself to be cringe. Making friends with people that are cringe. Like, so many, I don't want to be like they're cringe, but like they just don't fit cool norms. And people come up to me, or I come up to them, and we just have conversations. But Sky, you gotta pursue it. Like, actually pursue it. Go out of your way to hang out with these people, to invite them to things, and see where it goes. I'm studying abroad soon, and before I leave, I'd at least like to form 2 lifelong connections. I'm gonna be realistic. 2 lifelong connections. And that means showing up for myself. My father said no one wants to help anyone that cannot. No, he said no one wants to save anyone that cannot save themselves. And my tia Raquel said no one wants to help someone that isn't helping themselves first. So it all starts with me at the end of the day. Parents should be more transparent with their children, especially those that are struggling. You don't have to trauma dump, but you also don't really have to fake it too much as well. It's okay for you to be vulnerable. Through that vulnerability, you're teaching your kids to be vulnerable too. Anyways, I'm supposed to be at the gym, and I have a lot of homework to do, plus an AASO party tonight. I'm gonna aim to be at the gym till maybe 1. Yeah, I'm gonna aim to be at the gym till 1. Shower, do homework, party for no, do homework. Yeah, honestly, just do homework, then plan for the party and stuff like that. But anyway, mucho gusto, love, señorita, Skylita, Solito. Mucho gusto, love, to anyone that's watching me. I'm black, just in case you didn't know, and I hope to continue documenting me find myself. I'm not editing this, but I hope to continue documenting myself while I find myself. Yeah. Ciao. Wait, no, the person I met yesterday, they did this. It's just so cool. I was saying bye, and I was like this, because they were like this at first, but then they did. So, ciao.